Most of you will be using the listing search functionality for many different reasons and probably using it frequently. Property Suite have just released some changes to the listing search that will help to reduce the amount of clicks you need to make, and they have changed the view of that daunting long list of options. Let's take a look. So we'll go to the listing search. The first thing you'll notice is that the single listing search will now display above the multiple listing search. So you can still type in there the street address, or you can use the listing number to search. You'll now find it display across the full screen, and you find the one that you're after, give it a tick and then click use, and then you'd carry on like normal. So now we're looking at the multiple listing search. The first option you now have is called which listings. So this used to be the big long drop down list that you had before that went forever. You now have it broken down into 7 different categories to select from. So we're going to use all current listings. So we'll select that one. And then you've got the date range now, which never used to be there because it used to be tied up with the listing options there. So now you get to choose listing date, etc. For those of you who are using this every week, it may not be the listing date that you're after, remembering that some of those could be silent. So it may actually be the loaded to web that you're after if you're using this every week. I'm going to use the listing date because this is the training database, so I'm limited with what I can select. And I'm going to maybe choose the last 3 months, 4 months. But again, over here you'll see all the different options that you've got available. You've also got the ability to enter in your own dates from here. So we'll select the last 3 months, 4 months. Then you've got the listing type. We'll click urban, and then you've got the categories, etc. that used to pop up. And then I'm going to leave all of those blank, and then down below I've got the search areas, which are the suburbs. It used to say suburbs, I think. And then you've got the different areas that you want to select. So we'll just go all for Manawatu, all for Palmerston North, and then I'm going to click create my list. Okay, so we do have a few listings there. We've got 25 display now. So here you're going to see already the different display options. So previously, step 1 and the display options used to always still appear here, and then you'd go down and start using your output options. But now you can see that that's been hidden. So if you wanted to go back now to change your search criteria, then you'd come back up to here and you'd start again. So I'm going to hide that again now. Then step 2, you've got the display options. You still might like to drop down here and display the different way you want the listings to appear. I'm just going to do lowest price first. And now for all of you already, you would have had the full address displaying by default, and the show salesperson agent will also be defaulting for you. If the show full address and the show salesperson isn't defaulting correctly for you, please log a support request because we can set that up for you. Step 3, you'll now see that there's a new quick entry for the contact. This might be used if you're on desk duty and somebody has walked in off the street wanting you to send them an email with some listing details. Don't forget you can add them and do a buyer match as well. So enter their details and click quick add. When you go to click create email, it will pull through their name and their email address for you. Remembering that if you do use this quick add option, you will then need to go and add all the additional fields in the contact and set them up properly later on. Then moving down here, you've got the print options. They've always been here. So if you want to print the summary report, which is this view here, where the listings display across the screen like they are here, or if you want to print flyers, then you'd click here for quick media. Then we have our email options, and by now this should all be defaulting for you. The select linking website should default your own individual website name if you've got one. If not, it should be defaulting the property broker's website for you. Select the email template, should also now be defaulting for you, and it should say listing search email. If these options aren't defaulting correctly for you, then again you may want to email support and we can help set these up for you. If previously, when sending out your weekly emails, if you are sending them out weekly and you were using the same options and the same search criteria on the same day every week, where your previous selection had been all current listings last 7 days or something like that, and you'd saved that search criteria as a report where you were able to access them from your reports up the top here, now you'll be able to access the reports from the listing search that you've previously saved. Selecting this report will bring through the same date criteria that you had saved in your report. You won't have to make any changes to your old reports for the dates. So there's been no further changes made to the listing search. You can just carry on, create email like you would have before.